Chuck Norris can drink a whole glass of beer. Yep, even the glass. When Chuck Norris uses the internet, ads don't get blocked. They get kicked. Chuck Norris doesn't negotiate with terrorists. The terrorists negotiate with Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris won an arm wrestling tournament, with both arms tied behind his back. The roundhouse kick name was born when Chuck Norris kicked around an entire house. Chuck Norris got a divorce and was asked to give half his assets and property away. Chuck Norris proceeded to chop the everything in half with his bare hands. The Flash discovered how to run at the speed of light when he discovered Chuck Norris was looking for him. When Chuck goes bowling, he doesn't hit every pin in his lane. He hits every pin in the bowling alley. Ghosts tell Chuck Norris stories at the campfire. Burger King made their slogan "Have it your way" when Chuck Norris walked into their restaurant. Chuck Norris mines Bitcoin with a pen and paper. When Chuck Norris goes to a restaurant, the waiter tips him. Tornadoes don't really exist. Chuck Norris just doesn't like trailer parks. Chuck Norris was born May 6, 1945. The Nazis surrendered May 7, 1945. This is not a coincidence. Chuck Norris has counted to infinity more than once. Chuck Norris has a bear rug on his lounge floor. The bear is still alive. It is just afraid to move. Chuck Norris doesn't go to the gym. Instead, he goes shoplifting. If Chuck Norris was on the Titanic, the iceberg would have dodged the ship. Chuck Norris is able to make other people walk in his sleep. Somebody asked Chuck Norris how many push-ups he could do. Chuck Norris said all of them. Chuck Norris once raced the Earth around the sun and won by 3 years. Chuck Norris was asked to fire someone once. That is how hell was created. When Chuck Norris jumps on the Tempur-Pedic mattress, the wine glass falls over. When Chuck Norris was a child at school, his teachers would raise their hands in order to talk to him. When Chuck Norris's parents had nightmares, they would come to his bedroom. When Chuck Norris crosses the road, vehicles look both ways. Chuck Norris doesn't pop his collar. His shirts are stimulated from touching his shoulders. Chuck Norris once threw a grenade and killed 100 men. After that, the grenade exploded. Chuck Norris was able to smell a gas leak before they added the scent to gas. Chuck Norris has a diary. It is called the Guinness Book of World Records. When Chuck Norris does push-ups, he pushes the world away. We call this phenomenon an earthquake. Chuck Norris uses pepper spray to season his meat. Chuck Norris is able to sketch your portrait using an eraser. Chuck Norris had a staring competition with the sun and won. When Chuck Norris wears a fanny pack, everyone else looks gay. Chuck Norris once spun a ball on his finger. To this day, planet Earth continues to turn. Chuck Norris doesn't climb trees. He just pushes them over and walks over them. Chuck Norris can kill 2 stones with 1 bird. Chuck Norris once visited the Virgin Islands. They are now just called the Islands. Chuck Norris doesn't need to wear a watch. He simply decides what time it is.